welcome to my channel. This is Tanush, and today we'll be discussing about a very different topic. And there is a reason why I have chosen this topic. I will let you know in a moment. So, the topic is Pitra dosha, and as we all know, Pitra dosha is a very dreadful dosha in Kundali of many people, and people in general they suffer a lot when this dosha is present on different aspects of life. They struggle a lot, and most of them they lose many fruitful years of their life, and until they know that they have Pitra dosha, and then they go and they get it rectified. Now, astrologically, how we can identify the dosha? What are the planetary conjunctions? What are the planetary placements which cause this dosha? Is a different topic which I would not like to take at this point of time. So I'm going to make a separate video on that where I'll discuss that in detail. But this video I'm making because the Pitra Maas is around the corner. So it's from 20th of September to 6th of October, I believe. And how we can utilize this time basically to deliver or to please or to help our ancestors who are stuck in very awkward situation. So how we can help them is today's topic, right? Now, due to our past karma or past deeds, we are born in a particular family, and shastras say that we have a duty towards our ancestors because uh, they have given us this body, they have given us the family name, body, and all the means. So we have a strong duty towards them, maybe towards our parents or grandparents or the family lineage, right? So we do have a duty towards them. Now, our body, this body is made up of two layers. One is a gross body which we can see, which is made up of five elements: air, water, fire, earth, and ether, right? So this is the gross body which we all can see. And then there is another body inside, which is known as a subtle body, right? And this subtle body is made up of three elements, which is our mind, intelligence, and false ego. So the mind is where all our desires from innumerable lifetimes are stored, and this subtle body, the soul is basically connected to the subtle body. And when a person actually dies, or when a person leaves his material body made up of these five elements, the subtle body goes out, and the subtle body then gets into another gross body, based on the activities which the person has performed in this life, based on his karma and many other things. Now, in certain cases, when people die untimely death, like people die in accidents, or people commit suicide, or there are many situations where people die untimely death, or people who are basically whose karma is too bad. I mean, they have performed many bad activities in this life, or people who are too much attached, maybe to the family, to their home, etc. So this kind of people, when they leave their material body, which means when they die, their subtle body ideally should get the next body, but because of their deeds or karma, or because they are too sinful or they are attached, they don't get the next body, and they remain in the subtle body. And this kind of people are called as ghosts, basically, right? So this is one scenario. Another scenario is, there are we have our ancestors who are stuck in a place known as Pitra Loka. So this description is given in the Garuda Purana in detail. So there is a Pitra Loka where all our Pitras who are waiting for the next body, they basically reside there, and Aryama is the demigod who takes care of them, all the Pitras in the Pitra Loka. And these people, because they don't have a gross body, they are hungry and they are very thirsty. And it is said in the Shastras that the Shraddha ceremony, as per the date on which they have died, the Tithi, and especially this Pitra Maas is specifically designed by the Supreme Lord, so that we can offer them food and water to these people. And when we offer food and water in a particular way, in the ceremony, basically this food and water is actually given to them. They get that nourishment for the entire year, and then they are peaceful, they are happy, and then they shower their blessings upon us. It's not only that. So during the Shraddha ceremony, we tend to please Lord Vishnu, and when Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna is pleased, people who are in ghostly existence, they get their next destination or the next body, and people who are stuck, at any place waiting for the body, they'll get their next body, and they are very happy. And for people, our ancestors, who have taken birth, in some other body, whatever ceremonies we perform, they get a lot of material benefit, in whichever life or whichever form they are, they get a lot of benefit. So what happens is, we get a lot of blessings from our ancestors, and our life becomes very easy, right? Now, if we don't do this, what's going to happen? Then, when we don't do all these things, slowly a person will get something known as Pitra dosh, because this is our duty towards our ancestor, right? And once Pitra dosh is, the ancestors are struggling, maybe in the ghostly form, or maybe in the Pitra loka, or wherever they are stuck. They are struggling. They don't have food. They don't have water. And they are hungry. They are thirsty. Some people, they want to get into the next destination, that is the next body, and they are waiting that my descendants will perform this Shraddha ceremony, or whatever rituals towards Lord Vishnu, so that I will be benefited. And when they don't get those rituals, or that nourishment, they start troubling us, and that is basically known as Pitra dosh. So when the ancestors start troubling us, it's like very difficult situation, because every work will become very tough. Things, even simple things, seem to be very difficult. People face issues in marriages, like late marriage, failure in marriage, delay in having children, very tough life, different kinds of health issues which cannot be diagnosed, or no medicine will work on them, issues in job, no progress in life. So many issues are there, which the Pitras or our ancestors can inflict us with. Now what happens is, generally when we don't follow this tradition, and we suffer for a long period of time, so we lose our fruitful years in our life. And then someone will point out that your family has Pitra dosha, and then that is when we go to places like Triambakeshwar, and then we perform that Narayan Nagbali Puja, which is basically, we are kind of doing the same ceremony in Triambakeshwar. Triambakeshwar is a very potent place, extremely powerful place, and that is when we do it for 3 or 4 times, that is when the ancestors would be relieved. And I've seen people who go there, perform this ceremony, and immediately after performing the ceremony, their life changes. Things start working out. They progress in life. So we can avoid all these things, and this Pitra Maas is basically a window for us to help our ancestors, right? Now, the Supreme Lord has given us a very good opportunity in the form of Pitra Paksha, in which we can perform the Shraddha ceremonies to our ancestors, if the tithi and date, and they get immensely benefited, and then they shower their blessings upon us, which are very helpful to us, to progress in our life, to have a happy and peaceful life. Now, those of you who cannot perform this ceremony, maybe you don't know the date, or due to some reason you are not able to perform the ceremony, right? So what are the other options we can consider? I'll be discussing that. So one thing is, we can feed the cows, basically with fruits or vegetables, or whatever capacity you have. on behalf of the ancestors. So on behalf of the ancestors, when we feed the cows, the ancestors will get the benefit directly. They get the benefit because, as they say in Shastras, all the 33 crore demigods, they reside in the body of cow, right? So you feed the cow, that particular demigod is pleased, and then the benefit is actually transferred to the ancestors, and the ancestors are happy. So that is one thing we can do if we are not able to do the Shraddha ceremony. Along with that, it is recommended in Garuda Purana to feed, food or prasadam, Vishnu prasadam, to Vaishnavas. So this is also a very powerful way to please the Lord, because Vaishnavas are devotees of Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, and if we please them by offering, good prasadam to them, so once they are pleased, Lord Vishnu will automatically be pleased, and once the Lord is pleased, those blessings are basically bestowed upon the ancestors, and they get immensely benefited. So we can do all these things, and this is all mentioned in Garuda Purana, right? And so whether you have Pitra dosh or not, it is our duty to offer the pindas to our ancestors, or like I said, we can feed the cows, or we can feed Vaishnavas the Vishnu prasadam, and your ancestors will get immensely benefited, and they will shower their blessings upon you and your family. If your ancestors are stuck somewhere in hellish condition, maybe due to their past karma, then when you perform this ceremony, they'll get out of those hellish existence, and then they'll carry their onward journey, right? And also, if you have very strong Pitra dosh as per astrology, you can consider reciting Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam for the benefit of your ancestors, right, at your home, right? So if you cannot recite, you can request any Vaishnava or any person who is eloquent in Sanskrit, and the Brahmanas or Vaishnavas, to come to your home and to recite specifically these two shastras, right, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, for the benefit of ancestors. And these scriptures have immense power to liberate anyone and everyone, right? So everyone will be benefited, even your family will also be benefited to larger extent by reciting these scriptures at your home. Also, chanting the holy names of Lord Vishnu or Krishna for the benefit of ancestors is also considered a very powerful means to deliver ancestors. So you can chant Vishnu Sahasranamam, you can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or you can chant the names of Lord Vishnu, like Om Namo Narayana, different names of Vishnu for the benefit of ancestors, and they will be extremely benefited by your chanting. So guys, I will make a video on the Pitra dosh as per the planetary placements, but soon the Pitra Maas is coming, so I would request everyone to do something to help your ancestors. If they are stuck, or even if they are in good conditions, it's our duty to perform these ceremonies. So kindly perform this ceremony. See you again with another video. Thank you so much for watching.